What's going on, everybody? We're here at Red Summit 17. It's our biggest episode ever. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us. And I've got an all-star panel here with me tonight. We're going to start at the top left. We've got our very, very, very special guest, my boss on the Windy City Breeze. For those who don't know, I host the Chicago Bulls Breeze. Pat the designer, man. He's a Chicago legend. How are you doing today, Pat?
I'm all right, man. Having a good time. Glad to be here. Couple drinks in. We're going to have some fun.
Hell yeah, absolutely. And we'll just go clockwise from there. I've got my man Guilty. Guilty's a writer for Bulls on Tap. He just started a new podcast called Bulls Roundtable with Mike Walton. It's a great watch. They had the CHGO boys on for one of their first episodes. Highly recommend it. He's also the CEO and emperor of the busiest, most active Bulls Discord server out there.
He just had to boot somebody today. Like Guilty was in rare form today.
Oh,
Guilty basically showed up and said, "Hey, motherfucker, get the fuck up off my yard, bro." It's basically what Guilty said.
You hate to do
I
it.
just
man.
realized who Guilty was.
Yeah.
What up, Pat? Yeah,
What
you hate
up?
to do it, man.
Dude,
Who got the boot today? Who got kicked?
He'll be back. He's just on timeout for a week.
Who?
Imagine
Who?
having to say we got to put a grown man on timeout. Undisputed, man. He just be going too crazy.
Oh,
I'm sure
okay.
he's watching right now. So, hi, Undisputed. We'll
Yeah,
see you
yeah.
later. But he's just on timeout for the week, man.
He's a
Okay. That makes
Hey, man.
sense.
yeah. You got to come in a little bit less hot there.
Just be
Undisputed.
doing too much, man. Doing too much.
Yeah, no, my dad wasn't the biggest fan, but
Oh, damn. Yeah, I was wondering what PCB was.
Dang. Pops
Yeah.
in the Discord.
yeah, I mean,
It's a
Yeah,
family affair, Pat.
yeah, my pops is in our Discord too, Pat. In the
Oh,
Windy
so
City.
shout out to Pops. I'll tell him us to calm it down.
No, we're calm in the Windy City Breeze, but not so much so sometimes in Bulls HQ. But that's all right. It's all passion, man. And then to my top, I've got Hayes. Hayes, everyone knows Hayes. He's the founder of the Chicago Sports Central Network. He's the host and face of Chicago Bulls and Bears Central. Hayes, how you doing today, bro?
I'm doing mostly all right, man. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be able to talk some Bulls with my guys, man. We're gonna have fun today.
Hell yeah, I agree with that, man. Then to my bottom left, I've got Neil. Neil, he's fresh out of Ireland. He's getting drunk before work. No big deal.
As every good Irishman should.
You know what?
I was going to say,
at it.
you've got to keep it Irish, you know?
I'm just playing. But Neil, how you doing today, bro? He's my co-host on the Six Banner podcast. You guys should check it out sometime. But on Wednesdays. But Neil, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just back from a break in Tenerife. So as you can see, I've worked on my lovely Irish tan, looking nice and dark here. Don't get me confused with the rest of the guys on the panel here.
Don't worry, I don't think
Hey.
that's going to be a problem.
Hey, it's nothing like foreign humor, bro.
Yeah.
It's elite, brother. Oh, I love it.
Dude, yeah, I don't think anyone's going to mix you up anytime soon, Neil. But I'm glad that you worked on
What
it,
do you
so-
mean? Me and Neil look exactly alike.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Apart from the beard. That's the only difference.
I don't see color.
Technically, y'all parents could be the same. Never mind.
oh, shit.
Well, hey,
Technically,
fair.
I am
Mine
half
too.
Irish, technically.
All right, well, we just found two long lost brothers on this podcast. That's what we do. We're reconnecting people.
There we go.
To the south, I've got Australia's favorite son. I've got Troy, man. Troy's 36ers are battling it out with Sydney in the NBL finals. And Torrey Craig just got a game winner put on his head for all of you Bulls fans that remember Torrey Craig.
Oh,
so
damn.
36ers
Last time
out
I
here.
seen him, he was in that Drummond meme.
Did he
man.
get double dunked on again? Like,
Yeah. Fuck.
No. He was actually giving us a bit of a work last night, and I'm like, where the fuck was this when you were playing for Chicago? You absolute prick. But justice in the end. The MVP Bryce Cotton gets the ball at one end of the court with 3.8 seconds left, runs the length of the floor, makes a layup with 0.2 of a second remaining on Torrey Craig. Sixers win. We go back to Sydney for game 3, locked away 1-1. So let's go Sixers.
Hell yeah. Let's go Sixers. All right, man. Well, that does it for our very lengthy introductions, as always. But we're going to kick this thing off hot because we've got some awesome news. Well, you know what? Awesome for me. I won't speak for everybody here. But the news that Billy Donovan
Yes.
might be
Preach
the
it.
fuck up out of here. So,
Preach it.
We'll all give our opinions. I think everyone's got a pretty candid opinion on Billy Donovan, whether it's one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we'll start counterclockwise this time. So Hayes, you're to my right, or sorry, no, counterclockwise. I'm an idiot. We're gonna start with my boy Pat. Pat, what do you think about Billy Donovan and about the news that he might be either taking a step away or taking the North Carolina job? We kind of got both stories there.
Shout out Billy. I'm glad you finally are figuring out that you need to leave us alone. I don't think that listen, there's a lot we can blame that has happened around here, but Billy Donovan has been asked to get the most out of some teams that are intriguing, to say the least. And I feel like, at a certain point, a voice becomes stale. I think that Billy may be dealing with that. And realistically speaking, when you look around at what Billy has had to deal with in his time here, the injuries he's had to deal with, a lot of the stuff that he's gone through, I blame him for portions of it. I'm not going to say that he is blameless, but I blame AK for more of it. And to me, I think that that's, the bottom line is the last that we had heard is Billy Donovan and AK may finally not be seeing eye to eye. It may finally just be coming to light. But yeah. I think that it's not a question mark on whether they're seeing eye to eye. It's a question mark on how long are we going to keep playing this same silly game. I think Billy looks at his legacy in basketball, phenomenal college coach, was a really good NBA coach until he got here. But I think that we always knew that there was a limit, and you had to put a great team in front of Billy for him to go out there and be great. And even with some of the best players we've ever seen in the world, Billy Donovan didn't get the job done. I went back this week and watched one of my videos on the breeze just to always go back to keep myself humble.
He goes back because he's conceited and he likes hearing himself talk. Don't listen. Don't listen to that man.
I'll tell you this right now. There's nothing more humbling than going back and watching me say Mitch Trubisky could be white Cam Newton.
Lord.
Whoa.
That's one of I have stamped that as Pat, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life from you. You know what I mean? So no, I went back and I watched the Billy Donovan, what I said about Billy, and it was the same thing. He's fine. Guess what? Here, he's fine. You give him Kevin Durant, give him Russell Westbrook, he can go out and win 50 games. You give him Josh Giddey, Modest Buzelis, and Rob Dillingham, and he's going to win 27. That's kind of what it is.
Billy doesn't deserve to be in that breath, but
no, he doesn't.
I feel you, though, Pat. I totally feel you. I'll give my thoughts at the end. Neil, what are you thinking?
Yeah, look, you and me discussed this recently as well on our own pod, and I'm just at the point now where, look, I was never anti-Billy. I still think he's a good coach. He's a reasonable coach. He's definitely an excellent college coach. As an NBA coach and as the coach that we need in Chicago, time is up, dude. Take a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Your time is up. Someone else's time is now. It's not John Cena. But Troy
isn't here for that.
Troy, how are you feeling, bro?
As a Bulls fan, I'll be happy to see the back of Billy Donovan. Look, he's not to blame for everything. He gets a little small portion of the blame for what's happening. We've all said that. But also, as the resident North Carolina fan, I'm kind of happy if he takes the Carolina job. I'm actually kind of happy about that because he is a Hall of Fame coach for a reason, and it's because of his college resume. The man won back-to-back titles with Florida. The man can coach. He's probably just best suited just to be in the college system. But hey, as the Bulls fan in me, yep, happy to see the back of him if he goes. The Carolina in me is like, welcome to Chapel Hill.
I thought you was about to say you'd be happy to see the front of him. I didn't know where we were going with that.
You ready to see the back of him is concerning too. Phrasing it that way is a little concerning too. I mean, I know it's been a while there, Troy, but the backside of Billy Donovan.
The big question is he wearing pants?
Oh fuck,
dude! Guilty. What are your thoughts,
man? Yeah, you gotta follow that up.
Hey, first of all, Hayes shared in the Discord. I think it was yesterday or someone. Pat brought up Hayes' trauma, so I'm just looking forward to see what comes up this episode. Man, that shit was funny as hell. I don't know what's about to come out, but
That was
That
tough.
shit was too funny.
Hey, one more time. If we gotta throw the ones, you let me know.
That's amazing.
Respectfully.
But no, as far as Billy, man, yeah, it's just the same thing you guys have said. You know, like I know like we get carried away saying like he's ass and all that and he's terrible, you know, but like Troy said, you know, like I think maybe he is suited better for college, man. And that's not a knock on him. You know, maybe he just needs to go back to college and that's more his speed. But as far as like how he doing shit up here, I never agree with it. And I've been trying to like be nicer and mature and about how I talk about that man, but like I just ain't fucking with him. So I'll be happy to see him go, and I wish the best for him. But I wish like I gotta love that man from afar. You feel me? Like get the fuck up out of here.
You don't want to be
I
right
mean,
up
that's
on him and see him walk out the door.
time you told somebody to get up out of here today.
Yeah. Damn it.
There ain't nobody safe tonight.
No, all bets are off, baby. Hayes, what are you thinking?
Assless
Welcome to
chaps
Bulls
is
Without
fucking
Borders,
crazy.
Pat.
I mean, the thing that I look at it with this is that
How you put that comment up when Hayes start talking?
exactly. Wait a second. What are we doing here? Like, what?
By the way,
I just
By the
seen
way-
it right now. Wait, hold on, man.
by the way,
Rob in there wilding. Oh, fuck.
I need to put this out there because I saw the comment, but I was gonna move past it.
No. That's a
All
crazy
chaps
comment.
are assless, otherwise they're pants.
I don't think people know what chaps are.
I'm like, they just go down the side.
The chaps go over any type of pants that you have. That like it's not a. Never mind.
Holy shit.
As far as
From
the Billy
dildo
Donovan
baggage to assless chaps.
dildo baggage is still a classic. I don't care what nobody says. As far as Billy, I think a mix of what all you guys said. Like everything isn't on Billy. Some things are, and you know, you guys know. I get heavy into the analytics bag and the play bag sometimes. Like out of bounds plays, times out adjustments. Those things are on Billy Donovan. But you know, I can understand that at some point every relationship runs its course, and it just seems like this Bulls relationship, because we've heard for years is that, you know, the collaborative relationship between Billy and AK is so great, and that's what, you know, they both love. But at some point when you don't have success, you got to look at the person that's next to you and be like, hey, is it you or is it me? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's us together. Maybe we just aren't good together. I think that's what this can come down to. Then on top of that, I think that was already going to happen. They were already going to ask that question on if it's best for them to move forward. I think Billy Donovan was prepared to ask that. Now that this UNC position came open at the same time, Billy may look at it as it's the perfect storm, and this is the perfect time for him to walk away. He gets to walk away and go into a great historic college that he's going to be able to do whatever the hell he wants to do with.
Yeah,
One thing
agreed.
you mentioned on, I think it was today's or your morning show today, Hayes, but how he, you know, the Kentucky job last year, he was quick to dismiss it and go, no, I'm staying in Chicago. And this North Carolina one, he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe there is something going on here.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I also think it's a good time for the Bulls to get a new head coach. I feel you, Pat, on saying that like more of this is AK's fault. I think they're both to blame for what's been going on with the Chicago Bulls. I'm trying to be realistic and thinking like Reinsdorf ain't gonna fire AK as much as we all want it. Like I just don't see it happening. Like didn't John Paxson have to ask for his duties to be relieved?
Yeah, he basically went to the ownership and said, hey, I don't know how to do this no more.
Hey, Scott Skiles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Scott
like,
Skiles is basically, hey, listen, either you fire me, I'm gonna kick your ass. Which one is it?
Hey, he did. At least he talked to him before he tried to fight him. Yeah, we've seen the other option. Vinny Del Negro was just like, "Come here, let me holler at you real quick."
Vinny Del Negro. Oh my God, I forgot that dude existed. But yeah, man, I agree with you. I just don't think that AK is going anywhere. But look, I want to be clear that I would love to see AK get the fuck up out of here as well. But when it comes to Billy, like I feel like this is a good time for the Bulls to get a new head coach. We've got potentially 3 top 35 picks. We've got a lot of young players. Like this is a good time. I also want to stop telling Matas Buzelis that he can't take a mid-range jumper. You know, like that get that out of here, man. Like let's open up the bag for that dude. We've talked about that on the show ad nauseum. So I really just want to see something, a young, innovative head coach that's going to play. Billy says he's playing to his player strengths, but then you've got Io over there in Minnesota talking about how much he loves being a 3-level scorer. So I don't know exactly how much that that's true. I also agree that Billy's best stuff comes in college. Like, I mean, proof is in the pudding with the 2 national championships. So North Carolina should be excited to have him, and Bulls fans should be excited to see him go. So that's where I'm at with that.
My only question, though, like, I will say this, because Billy's response was fire. Like, if somebody had put ether over that, I would have been like, yo, hey, you low-key spitting here.
Yeah.
He did have DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Nikola Vucevic, who all incredibly operated in the mid-range. And he was like, I let them shoot mid-range jumpers, and I never said anything to them. Like, it might be, is Io the only one? Io and Modest were the only ones he was ever like, if you shoot a mid-range jumper, I'll shoot you in the face.
I don't know.
Come on,
No,
you do,
I think it's a change because once they changed, they wanted to be a higher 3-point shooting team. I think that's what changed that as far as cutting down. Like, they still should be taking more than what they are, but it's clear that there has been some change as far as the openness to take mid-range shots.
I think Billy's general rule was if you're under the age of 25, get out the mid-range. You're only allowed to shoot threes or run to the ring.
True.
And that was it.
Yeah,
He does respect the more mature veteran players more so than the young guys. I mean, we've seen that across the board anyway. He likes to let them prove themselves first, and I think that could be part and parcel of it. It could be intertwined anyway.
Yeah, I also feel like they just signed DeMar DeRozan for like $80 million. Like, you were gonna tell that dude he couldn't shoot mid-range jumpers after you gave him $80 million?
Him shit. That was one of his criticisms, that Billy wouldn't get on the vets.
Yeah,
that's one of his criticisms. Like, you want to get, like, talk out your net to Modest and to the young guys, but like, he'd be letting Boots just fucking suck it up, and you ain't saying nothing to DeMar. But he want to get tough with the young niggas. So that's another thing I didn't like about him.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
can I just give a quick shout out? Sorry, guys. Can I just give a quick shout out to Claire? Claire is my coach. We coach an all-inclusive basketball team on Saturday morning, so I'll be coaching with her tomorrow morning. She just jumped on for the first time to say hi, so just said I'd say hi to her.
Hi, Claire.
Hi, Claire. Drink at halftime.
She's a Suns fan, unfortunately, but
Is she married?
You can't have it right.
Sheer.
No, she's not married, but she's also like 18, 19, so.
Yeah. Yo, whoa!
Hey,
I was trying to hook Troy up. I was trying to hook Troy. We've already had one Australian have a bad encounter with a teenager. We don't want another one, so I'm gonna stop. I'm trying to find Troy one.
Oh my!
I think what is funny about the whole coaching situation, you see how I tried to pivot past that.
Please, good job, professional.
What is
like
funny with all the coaching situation is, there's a lot of names out there that I see Bulls fans say that they want, but I'm like, so you just want Billy Donovan? Like, when you come to me and you say I want Mike Malone, and I go, why?
You want the cover swap of Billy Donovan? Yeah,
it was like, you just want he drink Crown Royal Billy Donovan. Like, most coaches are different versions of Billy Donovan. It's the Kirk Cousins effect for the NBA, right? Like, it's a bunch of different Kirk Cousins in the NFL. It's just a bunch of different Billy Donovans, right? I mean, Nick Nurse is Muppet Billy Donovan. Monty Williams is Black Billy Donovan.
Muppet is crazy.
What's up, boy? Bud, that was in Mike Budenholzer. He's Fat Billy Donovan.
He's not fat anymore. Maybe he's not fat anymore.
Did he get on Ozempic?
He's skinny as hell now. What?
Bud, he on that Zempic. That's great. I didn't know he was on that. I mean, you can go wherever you really want to go. Mike Malone is drunk Billy Donovan, if we're being real. Like, that's really all it is. Like, there's a bunch of different and I think this is the thing. And I asked the panel here, because I've said this on Locked On Bulls many times. How many coaches in the NBA do you feel like can coach a roster to their full potential and have a great season no matter what the roster is? And great depending on what the roster is, right? So, like, for me, I got Spo.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I want to say, why am I blanking on buddy name in Boston?
Steve Kerr? Or no?
Steve Kerr.
Joe Mazzulla. Maybe
you got him over Dango?
You say who?
You got him over Dango in OKC?
I've never seen Dagno coach a bad team. Like, he coached a bad team, but then it was like, hey, we're going to give you 4 number 1 picks that are the best players out of here, and we're going to let you figure it out. So it's like to me, like even Steve Kerr, right? We've seen Steve Kerr coach a team without Stephen Curry on the floor, they suck real bad.
Yeah,
they getting a lottery pick.
It is a players' league.
So it's like I don't think that there's a lot of coaches that you could go to and say do better than Billy has done with this roster.
That's fair. That's a fair point. How do you feel about? There's a couple of people I've seen. One of them was Sam
Fayez.
What's up, Fayez? Mark Jackson. That's funny.
Free Mark.
I tell you this right now, that's never gonna happen.
You don't want to hear my thoughts on Mark Jackson.
They got a better chance at hiring us as the next Bulls coaching staff than Mark Jackson being hired by the Chicago.
The chance of me coaching the Bulls from down here in Australia.
Yeah. Muggs hold Mark Jackson in this regard that I just look around and I'm just like, y'all know he wanted to make Draymond Green a jump shooter, right? Muggs forget about that. Draymond Green openly came out and said, if Mark Jackson stayed our coach, I'd probably be out the NBA.
Damn.
That's pretty serious criticism.
Damning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about Sam Cassell?
I don't hate Sam. The biggest problem with Sam is that I'm not very mature, and every time he pisses me off, he has a very roastable face, and so I like the post game shows are going to be epically crazy if he pisses me off as a coach because the material is just going to flow. Like it's just,
Hayes, when you said the biggest problem with Sam Cassell is that eye and paused, I thought that's where we were starting at. Because them eyes are Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, it's that and the baby shark teeth. Like it's just a lot going on there, bro. It's a lot going on.
Baby shark teeth, dude.
like, hey, one of the worst things that anybody can tell you is that they're sending either Denzel Valentine or Sam Cassell to bite you. That's the worst thing that can happen.
Sam Cassell got
Sorry, Denzel Valentine would miss.
Yeah, he got a lot of gums.
Oh shit!
Crazy. So that was a name that I've heard brought up before. And then what about? I mean, there was that name in the news a few months ago, and I brought him up a few times. What about John Shire? Do you think that he actually has a chance of leaving Duke?
I don't know, but I'd love to take a punt on him if he did.
Yeah. I'm not
We
as high
need
on Shire
fresh
as some people
meat.
are.
We need fresh blood.
I'm not as high on Shire. Like to me, I'd rather go after Taylor Jenkins than John Shire personally. I understand the people that like Shire. I'm just not as high on him as some people. That's all.
What does he do well? Like, what's the thing that sells you for him?
He's a really good all around X's. He's a really good X's and O's coach.
Yeah, it seems like he gets the most out of his rosters. I mean, Duke's up there every year. He's young, he's innovative, he's from the area, so I feel like he might have some passion for the team. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and claim I got a whole scouting report on John Shire, but I feel like if you're going to take a chance on someone new, like he's a good guy to take a chance on.
He's white and can recruit. Well, Billy
and he's from the area, and that's important. That's important.
Right. He is from the area. I know a few people that know him very well. Listen, he seems like a good dude. Seems like a good coach. My only question is, right, like, what scheme wise is it that he does that you think is going to change? That's my question with all these coaches, right? Like a Taylor Jenkins, I can tell you, phenomenal out of bounds plays. As long as John Morant wasn't shooting people, he was doing some great things, right? Like if you talk about his half court sets, I think Taylor Jenkins does a great job in half court sets. I don't understand what he did that he's not back in the NBA. There's a part of that where maybe we will never figure it out and it will never be told. But I think that he is such a good X's and O's coach that he should be in the NBA, and I think he's got specific schemes that work. I don't see that with a lot of these guys that people mention usually. Like even a John Shire, right? He can recruit well. It's Duke. How hard is it? Hey, you want to be one of the most famous people on the planet? Come here and score 20. Yeah. Like
fair.
That don't get me excited. I need to see what you can do on the court with players that are cool, but maybe ain't great. I watched Taylor Jenkins still make a playoff team without a star player.
Yeah, well, if what you said is true, that he's a good out of bounds coach, not John Shire, the other guy,
Taylor Jenkins.
Yeah. Taylor Jenkins. There we go. Then that would work really well with Giddey because we know Giddey is already known as the Slob Wizard, right? So yeah, I'd definitely be on for that. I'll be
That-
Troy,
that's
who
the
named
worst
him that,
nickname
bro?
in
I gotta ask
basketball,
Troy
bro.
this directly. Who named him that? Because Chicago, the worst place to have that nickname.
I think that happened. I think that happened in OKC. I don't remember.
Yeah,
that
it was
being a
OKC.
naming-
That's how they get down
You're
in
right.
Oklahoma?
I mean, what else they got to do? All they doing is drinking, watching basketball, and incest. That's all they do there. Like, what do you?
Hey, I'm employed by a company that's based in Tulsa. I am not getting into this conversation.
We're gonna move past the conversation there. How long they been in business? About 16 years?
Longer.
That's a deep cut joke. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta head out, fellas, man. I love y'all, man. I gotta head. I gotta go cook dinner for these kids, man. I appreciate y'all. I may pop back in
All right,
after I
Hayes.
get dinner settled.
All right,
All
man.
right, man.
Peace.
See you, Hayes. Appreciate you, brother.
So to pivot off the coaching topic. So what we watched over the last couple week or so, it's been pretty tough watching Bulls basketball. The Bulls gave up 157 points to Sixers in regulation. I guess I want to know if you guys have any overall thoughts on the last couple weeks, because we weren't here last week. So over the last couple weeks, I'm sure that there's been a few things that have caught your eye. And that way we're not all harping on the same topic. So if you have any general thoughts on what's gone on with the Bulls over the last couple of weeks, I'd like to hear what you have to say. So we'll start again with Pat as the guest of honor. Pat, do you have any general thoughts on the Bulls over the last couple of weeks?
Listen, when AK decided to tank, he pretty elite. I mean, man, bro, I seen a dude on TikTok. He had a parlay, or not TikTok, yeah, on Twitter. He had or whatever it's called. Now he had a parlay in that missed every pick he put in, and he was like, "Yo, I kind of cooked, just in the wrong direction." That's kinda
In the wrong direction.
Like, if you need a guy to tank for you, AK is your guy. I mean, elite. There's not a lot for me that I'll say this, and I don't know when everybody started their channel, started their blogs, things like that. I started 2016, so I got to see Lowry. I got to see the beginning of Kobe. I got to see some of these terrible teams, and I remember at the end of the year, Walt Lemon Jr. averaging 15 points a game for 6 games, and Stacey King going on the broadcast and saying he kind of reminds me of another Chicagoan, because Walt was from Chicago. He kind of reminds me of another Chicagoan that played here who was an all-star caliber player. And I just remember going, don't do that. Like, let's not do that. And I feel the same way about what Rob Dillingham is showing me. I feel the same way about what Leonard Miller is showing me. I will say this, though. I leave the door open. They'll probably both be back next year. You can do this when games matter. I believe in you. I was skeptical, and I'm sure if y'all watch Locked on Bulls, beginning of the season, I was like, Josh Giddey is not showing me nothing. Mm-hmm. You had to come back. You got to do this again. That's great you did it at the end of the year when it didn't really matter. Show it to me now. Mm-hmm. Pause. But then middle of the season got here, and Josh Giddey started getting elite. And I was, calm down now. Middle of the season got here, and Josh Giddey started getting elite. He's leading the team with triple doubles, and he's more vocal. He understands what he needs to do. He's finding ways to get everybody involved. And I flipped completely, and I'm like, look, this is a guy that reminds me of a great player that has existed, Jason Kidd. Leonard Miller, Rob Dillingham, if y'all can run like this next year with Josh Giddey passing you the ball and you can find a way to get 10 to 15 points, I get off your backs. I just need you to prove it to me when it matters. Josh Giddey has proved it. I would say Modest went through his struggles this year, but he's proved it. I can't say that about anybody else on the team. So for me, the end of this season has truly become, I feel like a lot of the people that people have fallen in love with, I'm very much going to go into the offseason and be like, y'all got to relax. We should cut all of them.
We got to bring
which could
Miller
almost
back,
happen.
man.
Yeah, I agree with you, Phil. I think Leonard Miller is the one that has impressed me out of the people who've stepped up towards the end of the season. But like you say, Pat, that's got to be proven beyond this tail end of the season where other teams take their foot off the pedal a little bit. Yeah. You know, as we know, everybody was so amorous about last March, and people then said, well, prove it, just like you said, prove it further. And I think that Josh Giddey has certainly done that throughout the entire course of his time this season. And I think Mattis has certainly done that, especially since the draft deadline. He has stepped up into the role that he has always verbalized as being something he wanted to be. So what we need to see is anyone that does come back next season that we're currently looking at, which I think will be very few and far between anyway, but anyone that does come back next season, they then have that opportunity off the bat to prove that this is who they are.
Yeah, fair. For sure, man. Troy, you got any general thoughts on the Bulls?
Look, I'm probably going to echo what you guys are saying. Like, Josh Giddey last year. I'm the Josh Giddey guy here because being like the Australian stuff. So I always, believed that he was capable of this, and he just needed the right opportunity and the right role. As far as like guys like Colin Sexton and Leonard Miller and all that, Leonard Miller when he came in that trade, I'm just like, I think we all probably thought he was just a throw-in piece, and probably so did AK. And he's proven that. This is probably the biggest thing I'm going to take out of Leonard Miller. Patrick Williams, what the fuck are you doing?
Dude,
all Leonard Miller is doing is being active. That's it. He's bringing energy and effort. So, Pat, what's your excuse now? Like, Patrick Williams, what's your excuse?
He's out of excuses. Stop.
The 50 Cent give 50 Cent.
He's not
Stop.
What do you say me for?
Hey man, I wish Pat was playing instead of Patrick Williams, man. Jesus Christ. Like
You'd probably be putting up better numbers, Pat.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to do a lot.
I
one rebound.
I have something more than 0, so sure.
Yeah.
Dude.
You could sit on the court and take a dump and you'd be more productive.
Listen, I don't get me started on the Pat on Pat hate. That's a whole different conversation.
I'm sorry that you have to share a name with that man. That's
Yeah.
He shared a name with me. He younger than me, so he got to share a name with me. Yeah, I mean, he got to share a name with greatness out here. I'm joking. I kid. I am who I am.
I love it.
Real, man.
This for anyone that watches WWE, this would be objectively hilarious.
Patrick Williams versus Gunther in a retirement match at WrestleMania.
I love it.
I don't even know who that is. That just sounds funny.
Gunther.
You know what? Kind of looks funny too. If you actually watch him fight, kind of looks funny.
Yeah, he does.
Actually,
he retired.
He probably is Patrick Williams' height and weight.
Yeah. He retired John Cena, so people are pissed at him. But
that was
that's why I'd love to just watch him beat the living shit out of Patrick Williams for all the bad basketball.
Damn.
Dude, I'm sorry. He's getting paid well enough. Like
Shit.
He's out there just wasting everybody's time. I'll wait for my turn to go off on Patrick Williams. What do you got, Guilty?
No, also, just shout out to that article. I remember you shared that article you wrote, I think, like 2 years ago on Pat, and you were just going off on him. And you said, like, you feel the same way about him now as you did back then in that article, man. So, because you were just wanting him to do more. I think it was right before he got the extension or right after he got the extension, I think. But, yeah, man. I mean, as far as the rest of the season, I'm with what Pat was saying. It's just, I don't want to say none of it matters because it does, but it's just I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. So I do agree that I do like what I'm seeing from Leonard Miller, and I think there's an outlet for him this summer. If he works on that outside jumper, man, like we might have a good rotation player on our hands with Leonard Miller, especially with him being 6'10". And I just love what I've been seeing from Modest, So like there are some positives there, but again, like it's hard for me to get excited about anything for the rest of the year. So I'm just watching everything with a grain of salt. I'm just hoping for them to just keep going out there and developing, if anything.
We just saw one team take it serious. That out of probably the last 4 or 5 teams that we had.
Yeah.
And the Bulls put up 50 in the fourth and lost by 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was actually a team taking it serious. That was
you don't feel like Houston was taking it serious?
No. Houston, it's nothing serious about Houston.
Yeah, and that part too, man.
There's nothing serious about Houston. Houston's possibly a first round exit to a well, they dropped down now, but I was gonna say to a lower seed. But like for me, I look at that last game, and that is a ramp up game for Joel Embiid and for Paul George, who are saying, hey, we got to get ourselves right. I don't care who it is. We got to play full speed to get ready for the playoffs. We ain't got that much time left. If they didn't pull Joel Embiid, he was on pace for like 120 points. He had 16 in 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
It was so fast.
Yeah. And there's nothing that the Bulls could do about that right now. There's nothing, especially now with the injuries we got. Jalen Smith is out. Didn't they say Nick Richards is out? Or am I
Listen,
tweaking?
if Jalen Smith was in, there's nothing the Bulls can do.
Richards
Jalen
is
Smith got the first 15 put on him and was like, my knee hurt.
Yeah. He said, it's been bothering me all year, coach. I just want to sit down.
Yeah, just rule me out. That's it.
Oh,
I'm going to call it one.
It's crazy.
Did the Darren Peterson point at the coach? All right, I'm out. I'm done.
100%.
Yeah, that's just how the rest of the year going. So, like, again, I hope they keep developing, if anything.
Yeah. And look, there's 10 games left.
Yep.
And that's where all the focus needs to be. It just needs to be on whoever's left, whoever isn't injured or playing in the G the focus needs to be on anyone that could still be here next season, getting them as much playing time together to work on chemistry and see if they can develop. Outside of that, it's just a matter of seeing if there's anybody or anything worth holding on to.
I'm looking for them Rob Dillingham to Lachlan Albrecht lives, bro. All I'm looking for.
So I'm not bought in on Rob Dillingham, Dilly Bar, Dill Pickle, Dildo Baggins. I don't know. I feel like there's no future for him on this team. I feel like at best he's a point guard 3. I don't ever see him being more effective than Trey Jones or Josh Giddey. So I just don't. Maybe he could be a trade piece for us. I feel like there is something there with Leonard Miller. I feel like his defense and his length continues to show itself. I gotta respectfully disagree about Houston. Now, if you think that they're not a good team, that's one thing. But Durant had almost a 40 piece, and Sengun had like a 30-point triple double or some shit like that. So I feel like they were trying. I just don't think they're very good. But
Sengun is a beast, though. I really like Alperen Sengun.
I like him too, but to be fair, it's hard to assess anybody against the Bulls because any big man can drop a smooth 50 on us if they try really hard.
But I think that's the thing. Think about that first half versus the second half. The Bulls put up 41 in the first quarter. Yeah. And then it was like Houston was like, oh, shoot, they still are NBA players. We probably should play a little bit. And the Bulls didn't outscore them the rest of the way.
They still held them off at the end, though. I mean, it was anybody's ball game at the end. I was proud of Matas for willing the Bulls to that victory. You know what I mean?
The pro tankers are blaming Colin Sexton for the Bulls winning that game. He did all his damage in the first quarter.
He was balling in the first. I was stunned. I remember looking and just being like, what the heck happened? And then at the end of the game, I looked up and I was like, oh, Bulls up 20. Guess they're going to win. Oh, wait, it's a 4-point. What the heck is happening here? Like, how did we get here?
Reed Shepherd has a role on their team, doesn't he? Isn't he in the running for 6 man?
Listen, they got talent. The Rockets' problem is the same problem that the Bulls had when DeMar and Zach and Vooch were here. Nobody would tell you DeMar, Zach, and Vooch aren't talented players. The problem that pops up is it talent that can coexist with each other and that everybody is comfortable in playing the role that they have. I think Sengun is like, I'm the best player on this team. And he's looking at Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant's like, there's no way you think you're the best player. Y'all see the other day, Sengun tried to tell KD how to score?
No, did he?
Like, that makes my head hurt.
KD needs help scoring, in fairness. he's not really he's not going to hang at that yet.
That makes my head hurt. Sengun was like, no, you need to cut here. If you cut here, I got you.
He said, nigga, what?
And Kevin Durant was just looking at him like,
look at him like,
I passed
I'm
Michael,
Kevin Durant, right?
It's a fit thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a talent thing. Sengun, I've said this for years. Sengun got the best back to the basket game in basketball.
You can tell he's been interacting with Hakeem. You can see it in his game.
Yes, like his footwork has been phenomenal for years. I remember when who was the coach before Ime was there. It don't matter. And he was sitting there talking, he was like, we got to play together and we don't want to just throw it in the post and we don't want to operate inside. We want to operate inside out. And I was like, that's the best player on your team. You need to just operate inside and let him cook.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I think they got talent. That's not a problem. Do you got enough talent that works together and can go out there and win?
Yeah. No, that's fair, man. I gotta say though, in the comments it said Rockets need Westbrook. I don't know if anybody has ever needed Westbrook in their life. I don't know.
Hold on,
man.
hold
Russ
on,
needs
Phil.
Westbrook in his life. He needs,
Hold on, Phil. You're not gonna disrespect my boy now like that.
Oh, are you a Westbrook fan?
Phil.
Oh my God.
Phil.
Well, hey man, look, we could agree to disagree,
Oh
but
shit!
Phil-
That's
Phil,
gonna make Luke
he-
happy.
He a top 5 point guard all time, my boy.
Oh, Kurtz, you hear that, Kurtz?
top 5 all time.
Easily.
That's-
This what I
But
love about
is-
this. This is what I love
is
about
that based on the triple doubles or what?
Well, yeah, that helps. It's kind of important, but it's also based on the win percentage that goes with the triple doubles. He's got like a 68% win percentage when he gets triple doubles.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know about top. He's great. I just think he's always been kind of a stat hound, and I mean, look, I don't really have hate for Westbrook. I just don't think he's the missing piece in Houston. I guess.
I would agree with that. I don't think he's a missing piece in Houston, but like if we're gonna say if Russell Westbrook was a Bull, we would hate him for being the ultimate hustle player. No,
No.
we're all lying to ourselves.
Yeah, no, we all love him.
Ooh, that's a good
Yeah,
point, Rob.
I
think we would have won.
what's that?
Rob said if the Bulls would have added Russell instead of Beverly, then would Billy have one more? I think so for sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Especially
If
at
you're
that
making a
time.
comparison between Russ and Patrick
Beverly.
Beverly, yeah,
But
it's-
Bulls fans at that time, they were saying that Russ was trash and that they wanted P. Bev instead.
Yeah.
Like Russ has been getting slandered for a while now, man. Like I understand, like yeah, he can be chaotic, but it all depends on the environment you put him in. But Russ is a dog, and like especially I was saying like for the Bulls fans to be acting like Russ was trash. I'm like nigga, he gonna come here and be one of the best players on this team off the bat.
But see,
I
this is my
would-
favorite part. When has Russ's teammates ever said he's chaotic?
Russ's teammates always love Russ.
They love Russ.
He's a real
Yeah.
one.
Now I
Like
will
when he
say,
stood up for the Kings the other
LeBron
day.
probably didn't like Russ.
That
No.
part.
yeah, they don't count.
LeBron didn't like Russ because I
LeBron
remember
didn't-
Russ being like, "Hey, we got to go out there. We all got to play for each other. Hey, rotate to the man next to you." And LeBron was like, "Get me the ball."
Ron said, "Fuck all that."
Brown was like, "Hey, all that, shut up. Get
Yeah,
me the
slandering
ball."
him. Facts.
LeBron doesn't like any of his teammates. He only likes the teammates that bring him a championship. But
LeBron just
And
LeBron,
pass him the
suck
ball.
off. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
LeBron's a different story. Fuck that guy. But like, I actually don't have a problem with Westbrook. What was that?
Don't know.
Oh, okay.
I missed it.
Yeah, I just really don't. I don't have a problem with Westbrook. I just think that he's the kind of player that needs to. You have to have a specific lineup with him to win. I don't. I just think that as far as Houston, though, like I think they need more of a pass first point guard than Russ. Russ does pass the ball, but he's more of a scorer than a playmaker. At least that's how I've always seen him.
They call him
We're
But-
getting
the
too
lazy
deep in this
prick.
conversation. I ain't gonna do that.
This is you think he's more of a playmaker than scorer?
Do you know what Russ is on assists?
I know he gets a lot of assists, but like there's a kind of a difference though between like a guy that wants to pass first or a guy that wants to score first.
Do you know what Russ is in assists?
I hear you.
He's
man.
one of the
All-time.
greatest passers in NBA history. We know that, right?
Quite literally, though.
That's fair. Okay.
I mean, like, I get it. Like,
I'll look
if,
it up now.
he's also, I'm gonna take the ball and I'm gonna go score. I'm not gonna act like Russ ain't. Russ be tweaking sometimes, right? When he took that three, that was crazy. I mean, that's not just
Russell Westbrook is 5th all time in assists.
There's 4 dudes ahead of him. One of them is ahead of him by like 40,000.
Yeah, Stockton's
That's just
crazy.
John Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton's nuts.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be so fun. Russ and Giddy. That would have been fun.
Just passing
That
the
would've
ball
been
back
fun.
to each other and
Yeah,
then
on
Russ
the
dunks
fast
it.
breaks. Russell, Giddy, and Modest on the fast break together. God damn.
He's
That
just
would've been
passed
fun.
Steve Nash most recently in March.
And he got that tenacity too. Still to this day, as old as he is, he still play with that fire, man. Bulls need that. I would
You
take
know what I
Russ
would
today.
love? I'll say this. I would love Russ on the Bulls for one reason, and it's definitely not because of where the level of play is at right now. The Bulls need somebody that's going to teach these mugs how to be a vet.
Yes, and hold them accountable. Yes, sir.
The Bulls need somebody that's going to hold these mugs. If you think Russ ain't in there in film going, you're effing up. Like everything that you love Pat Beverly for, and I love Pat Bev. I love Pat Bev when he was on the Bulls. He told Zach LaVine, he was like, shoot the ball. You're the best player here. It was the first time anybody had ever said that to him, apparently.
That's crazy.
But everything you love Pat Bev for, take that and then have him as one of the best scorers in NBA history, have him as one of the best passers in NBA history, have him as one of the best rebounders in NBA history, and that's Russell Westbrook.
See, Russ was a dog, and that's something that's severely lacking in Chicago on this Bulls team. So for that reason alone, it would have made it a bit more interesting. Pat Bev thought he was a dog, but he just wasn't. Whereas Russ actually is, and he can back it up, right? So I definitely give you that for sure. But on that, as a segue, who do you think has the potential on this current roster to help instill that kind of mentality on this Bulls team?
If it's not Modest,
if
we
anyone,
in trouble.
Yeah,
that's the bottom. If it's not Modest, we in trouble.
I think
Modest
that
like,
guy.
Like
he's just growing up though.
And I have listen. This is some of the insider stuff that I have with talking with people that are with the team every single day. They say on the court, Modest is a pure a-hole, and he tell people what he think, and it's why you see him and Giddey arguing all the time. And it's not an argument of like I disagree with what you're saying, you disagree. It's hey, you got to do this. Well, I need you to do this. I need you to. I need that.
Yeah.
And if it ain't Modest, like who's it about to be?
Yep.
Because it better not be like I saw Colin Sexton do it, and I'm like, that's cool. That's Pat Bev. Your best player on the team has to be the guy that pushes you, whether it's in practice or whether it's in the game. Derrick Rose didn't push in the game.
I was about to say that was. They said D Rose did though.
Well, this is the thing. In the game, Derrick is like, I got it. In practice, I'm gonna make sure you know everything that you're supposed to do when you get into this game. But I got to focus on being the best player on the floor every single night. So, like, to me, if I'm looking at Modest and the future of him, it's got to be Modest that is making these dogs, that is setting the standard. And I feel like he's doing that here in the second half of the season a little bit more. But, I mean, you working with what you got.
I think he's definitely carrying himself differently since he dropped that 41 piece. I think that did something in his mind, like justified it. Like it helped him stay. Like, I don't know, like kind of it vindicated maybe himself to himself a little bit because it feels like he's been playing differently, even just like playing with more assertiveness and like he's shooting more. He's like not second guessing as many shots that he takes.
And
he's
not
always
with
shooting.
time. That's what all of us have been saying. We've been saying it since last season. We said at the start of this season. It's crazy to think, like, when we first started Bulls Without Borders, that Modest was at a point where he was still getting set by Billy over stupid shit. We were saying, like, man, let the kid play. Let him go out there, grow through his mistakes. Let him get that experience because so much of what we're seeing from him right now literally just comes with reps and being on the court. So now he's starting to get those reps and that time on the court. He feel more confident. He could talk his shit because he out there more, So it's just good to see him finally getting the fucking ball and a hoop.
Yeah.
Billy was being conservative, which, I see the argument. People say like, you want to bring guys along slowly. We've been saying it. Well, some of us have been saying it since last year. Modest is one of them dudes. You ain't had to bring him along slowly. Modest been ready from day one. From day one, you could have put Modest in there. So,
but Modest got benched for stupid stuff, though. He got
Exactly.
benched for stupid stuff that he was doing. I'm saying he got benched for stupid stuff he was doing on the court.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You agree? With
like it was his fault. Like I want a coach that's gonna be like, bring your stupid. You didn't see the rotation that was obviously on the floor that we talked about 10 times.
True. That's true.
Sit down.
That's true. That's true. No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Pat. What do you think Matas's ceiling can be? Like not what you think he ultimately will be, I guess, but what do you think is his potential? Do you think he could be the alpha eventually? Like that leads your team to a playoff.
I think he can be an alpha. I think he could be a leader on the team. The question is, can he be the leader on the team? My biggest question with Modest is, are you going to utilize your game that? And maybe that's a Billy problem, right? That's the one thing where the whole mid-range conversation screams to me with Modest because I'm looking at him. I'm like, what happened to that push float that you were so good at? What happened to you driving to the middle of the floor? People literally get out of the way because they don't want to get dunked on. They don't want to be on ESPN. Yeah. Why aren't you doing that more? Could be, because Billy Donovan is telling them, hey, take the three if it's there. If not, don't take it. My fear is, and this might be a good reason why Billy is leaving at the end of the year if he is. I don't want Modest to become Josh Smith. Modest is not a three-point shooter.
No.
Will Modest become a three-point shooter? Probably not. He's 36%.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be 36%. That's okay.
Right.
Do
But I
what
think
you
he settled
do.
too much for
Don't
it.
make the mistake we made with Vooch, we made with Lowry, we made with Nico. He's a big man that can shoot. He ain't a shooting big. Shooting bigs are
Right.
very different.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin
Agreed.
Durant is a shooting
Scorer.
big.
Montas has too many skills. Like it's too much. He could do too much driving to the basket and all the things he could do off of that to just be a 3-point shooter. To settle for that shot too often. So yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I think those things come with his strength, though. Like maybe that's why Billy's having to get that shot in order. Because like as Modest gets stronger and builds his frame, I think he's gonna start like putting niggas in the bucket, bro. So I think like right now it's like good to like get that shot down. But I think definitely because you've seen like when he tried to go to the basket, even like when he has those hot starts to the games, but then by the end of the game, he's not going to the basket as much because they bullying him. His body too little. So I think as he gets stronger, I hope like we're gonna start seeing him like apply that pressure and start going to the paint more. We need him to. We need him to. Like he bodied up Reed Shepherd the other night, and everybody was like, "That's what you want to see more from him." But when he tried doing that against like other wings, they be bumping him off his spot.
Yeah, like
But
he saw
do you
Reed
think
Shepherd
that-
and like, bring it.
Go on, Troy.
Marta saw Reed Shepherd guard him. He's like, all right, bet. Like, I'm taking your ass to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get
wanna see
get
that.
out of my way, little fella.
Mm-hmm.
But do you guys think that the fact that Mattis has been taking so many threes and resigning himself to shooting so many threes comes from the fact that he either has to shoot from point A or point C. Point B has been taken away from him. So rather than having that as an option on the way to point C, he's just taking the first option more often than not.
I think listen, you can't watch the game and say Billy offense don't work. It does. You don't got the players for it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Modest
Yeah, I'll give you
Luzella
that.
standing in the corner pulling threes is not what I want to see. But he wide open.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Trey Jones standing in the corner
No,
shooting threes is
man.
not what I want to see.
No,
But
for the love
wide
of
open.
Trey
God.
Jones don't want to see it either. He'd be like,
No, he
Trey's
doesn't.
like, why? Why me? I know I wasn't supposed to
Yeah.
be here. But he's wide open. Josh Giddey creates so many open looks for everybody
Yes.
on that floor
Yes.
that you have to take the shots that are given to you. If Josh is driving, the defense collapse on him, he kicks it out to the corner. It just so happens to be Modest. I'm pulling it. The problem is the same statement is being made for Jalen Smith. The same statement is being made for Trey Jones. The same statement is being made for Rob Dillingham. Everybody on his team is getting the same looks and same shots. They're not shooters. And
Right.
you're not living in an NBA anymore where it's okay for you to get that ball, drive in, and try to just dunk on somebody's head. We gonna like it, but then a coach gonna say, well, why'd you take a more difficult shot over the 3 that you could have got easier?
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Hey, Jamaal, man, what's going on, brother?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Hey, Jamal.
It has
Doing
been
good,
too
man.
long. Sorry I'm so late. You guys are probably wrapping up right now. I had to pick up the kids from school after work.
All good. Man.
All good. We could go for another 10, 15 minutes. Are you-
I actually got to dip out.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Jamal, welcome. All right, good
What's up, Pat? How you doing,
All
buddy?
right, Pat.
Good to
What's
see
going
you,
on,
man.
my guy? I feel bad now. He just joined, and
No,
now I'm
it's all
dipping out.
good, dude.
It's
I'm
not
way
because
late.
of you.
I'm
I
waiting.
didn't go. Jamal's here. I gotta go.
It's a bad optic for you right now, Pat.
It is a bad look.
Why not?
Bad look. But I
No,
we
do
really-
gotta go.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I know you're a busy
Sure,
man.
Pat.
It's all good, dude.
Really
Pat,
appreciate
can I
you
ask you
jumping
one
out with
question
us,
before
man.
you do go?
Go ahead, Troy.
Just on Martis's 3-point shooting, what's your opinion on it? I've had the take that I don't care how many he takes, it's the quality of the shot. What's your opinion on that?
You got to take them to learn to make them. I still look at Modest as a guy that's not a 3-point shooter. Are you going to sit there and let him chuck up shots and lose you games? Because unless we think that if AK is going to tank for real, that's different. If next year we tanking, that's different. I don't think we tanking. I think we're going to get to this offseason. He's going to try and get whatever draft pick in here. He's going to overpay for some restricted free agent. to come in here, and he's gonna say, all right, let's compete. Figure it out. New coach, whoever you are, or Billy, if he's still here, go out there and figure it out. See what you got. If that's the case, Modest taking that shot ain't a good shot for you. Unless it's falling. That's different. When Josh Smith was hot, shoot away.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's how I feel about Modest. If Modest is hot, if he takes, I'm not saying shy away from the shot, but if you take 3-4 3-pointers and you 0 for 4, it probably ain't falling that night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Try to
whole
get that
shooter shoot mentality is great until somebody shoots you out the game. We ain't a
Mm-hmm.
good enough team for us to stay in the game and him be bad shooting. So that's kind of how I look at his 3-point shot. I think the Bulls go as far as Modest and Giddey take him, and the best shot for Modest is in that mid range and at the bucket.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
All right, Pat.
All right, boys.
Really appreciate you joining us, brother.
All good. Love y'all, man. Have a great day.
Much love, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Peace, Pat.
Jamal, my man. All right, dude. So I definitely want to get
Jamal.
your opinion.
You've frozen in the best position ever.
Oh yeah, dude, your hand is just up.
Oh,
Now we've
fuck.
got a new one to go by
Pat
because
killed him. Jesus Christ.
normally it's Phil just being
Oh,
Jamal, oh my god.
And we've actually, you're muted as well, Jamal. So
I think you might have gotten like the boot. I don't know. I feel like he got kicked somehow.
that's insane. Pat fucking killed Jamal. I feel like he's Kenny. Jesus Christ. That's so fucked up.
We'll breach him all back. I definitely want to get his thoughts on some of his
Yeah.
on some of the things that we talked about. Let me see here.
That's too funny, man.
yeah,
Yeah, Pat was
Damn
good
it.
tonight, though, man.
it's good fun to have a rotation of faces as the night goes on. Actually, it's worked out quite well. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah, it's
Anyone that's watching and listening as well, this is a great opportunity while we're sorting things out here to hit the like and make sure you're subscribing so you don't miss any more of this crazy shit.
nice. Good plug there, dude.
You've got to take your chance, right?
Absolutely. So, man, is anyone else? How what are you guys' current feelings on Dilly Bar? I can't remember if everyone's given their thoughts on Dillingham, but I don't know, man.
No.
I'm just not. I don't know if I fully buy it, man. Like I don't know why, but I'm buying into Leonard Miller a lot more than Dillingham.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it is for me that makes me feel that way, but something about Dillingham feels like it's a flash in the pan. It's just this kind of, he's taken an opportunity in this moment, but once this moment has passed, so will he. But Leonard
die?
Miller, no, he's just going to move on
Oh,
to a better place,
okay.
to a nicer place.
What?
To a nicer place.
All right.
Oh,
That isn't Chicago. But I do
exciting,
feel like
but-
Leonard Miller has actually found himself in Chicago, and that's the difference.
That's fair, man. Troy, I'm afraid I don't know if I know that your voice is betraying you a little bit, but do you have any thoughts on Dillingham?
not cool. Like he can skip on out of town for all I care. I got no interest in keeping him in Chicago. But just on a quick side note, happy 1 year anniversary to Josh Giddey's half court buzzer beater against the Lakers.
Oh, that
Yeah.
happened 1 year ago today. I love that.
1 year ago today.
Yep.
Well, eat
sure LeBron
shit,
remembers.
eat shit, LeBron.
Yeah, I'm sure he remembers.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he dreams about that in a bad way every night.
Good. Good. Probably
Dude.
fucking gave Bronny a spanking because of it. Why are you doing this?
But then like, Bulls fans, or after that shot cost us Cooper flag.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That's a brain.
Because that's
dead
how it
take.
works.
It's a brain dead take, dude.
Yep.
The other thing I wanted to ask guys is how do you feel about Colin Sexton getting minutes? Does it bother you?
Yeah, how you feel about that rat tail out here dribbling through the paint?
Yeah, see,
Cut
just
that rat tail off.
did it and
Maybe we won't
What
have
up?
to see it next season.
What up,
Maybe.
D'Angelo? I used to play ball with D'Angelo when we were growing up in high school and everything. What
Oh,
up,
damn,
D'Angelo?
nice. What up,
How's it
cuz?
going,
hey,
bro?
man.
You need them to score 10 tonight. You can put in his 2 weeks notice. That's crazy.
Cool.
But man, so yeah, how you guys feeling about Count Sexton getting minutes?
I'd rather see. Well, it's tough because for me, it's like on the one hand, it could be a chance for Sexton to raise his value, but then again, if we're going off the narrative that these games don't even fucking matter in the first place, and like these teams are not going to be moved by what he's doing, so I'd rather see Dillingham just get some minutes to at least try to develop. You know what I mean? Like if we end up bringing him back instead of Collins, we probably will. I'd rather see Dilly get those minutes, you know. But I can't be mad at them again. Like I think I forgot who I was talking to or who said it, but like you're not gonna tell these players like what are you gonna tell them to go out there and like, hey Colin, thanks for coming over, but we're gonna have to sit you down anyway and you can't play. It just looks bad, you know. So it's hard, man. It's a hard task because like I'd rather see Dillingham develop, but what are you gonna tell Colin then? Like fuck off and go get a haircut? Like I don't know.
Go get a haircut.
It's a hard.
Sounds
It's a
at least
hard
Get
Cut
your
the rat
rat's
tail off.
ass over here. And sit yourself
grab
down.
by his fucking rat tail and say, "Listen,
Get your ass down.
It's like Colin Sexton's been on a heater, dude. So it's like as like we're on Billy's ass, but like what is Billy supposed to do? Billy still has to coach a game like he would coach any other game. Like I feel like
course.
everybody's acting like they want Billy to be in on the tank. And that would be terrible for his reputation around the league. Like if he was just known as a coach that's willing to lay down, where else is he gonna get hey, dude. That's one of the nicest. I love comments like that, man. We really appreciate that.
Daniel?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. We need a new coach for the Bulls. I mean, yeah, definitely. I think we're all on board with that. But as far as playing the players that he's got right now, like Billy's got to play the best players that he thinks are going to win him a basketball game. Like the organization already wiped a bunch of talent off of the roster, and now the wins and losses are going to come as they come. That's why I don't understand getting mad about. You know, people are acting like we were going on winning streaks. Man, we get like one win in a sea of getting our ass whipped. Like Jamaal.
Welcome back, Jamaal."
What's
Hey,
going
Jamaal.
on, guys? Oh, no.
Did you see how that? Well, you probably can't see it yet. Yeah, like right when
I sent
Pat
him a
left.
picture.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
yeah,
did you?
what was it?
It was right when Pat dropped. My computer just died, and I was like, "You got to be freaking
that's
kidding me!"
crazy.
I forgot to plug it in, and it takes a little bit for it to come back up.
All good,
So,
man. That's awesome. though.
It's
waiting
epic
to get out of
timing,
here.
You're all good, dude. The still frame was legendary, dude. So.
It was great.
It was the bull season waving goodbye. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll rapid fire through some of these topics that we talked about, Jamaal, because I know everybody would love to get your thoughts on them. So, first and foremost, like, what are your thoughts on Billy Donovan and the rumors that he might be interested in either stepping away or taking the UNC job? What are you thinking about all that?
I mean, the way I sort of look at it, and I've mentioned this before, what I'm struggling to kind of understand when it comes to Billy Donovan is how, in my view, he's an average coach. He's not a bad coach. He's not a great coach. And yet we continue to hear, especially in the media, about how he's this amazing coach. He's never really been set up with success. He hasn't been given the proper talent. And I get all of that. I understand that. But Billy Donovan, in my opinion, is not some sort of game changer and everything is just AK's fault. AK has the majority of the blame. Don't get me wrong. Ownership has the majority of the blame. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that Billy Donovan is some game changer. So if he were to leave, I don't think that that's the end of the world for the Bulls. That's sort of how I view it. But also, if I'm Billy Donovan, I wouldn't really want to stay. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't really going anywhere. I'm heading towards sort of the end of my career. I don't really see a path to where we're going to be competing anytime soon. Why would I stay? my question, and I was talking about this with Matt and Big Dave, I had them on the other day, was like, how did Billy Donovan sign that extension last summer? He like, you know what I mean? Like, he probably should have seen that this was potentially coming. Like, there's not really a path here. It's great you guys want to offer me this extension, but I think I might have to rethink things. So that's what I'm confused by. But as far as like Billy Donovan leaving, the rumors of him leaving, I don't think that it would be, groundbreaking or a horrible scenario for the Bulls. Do I think they're going to find someone better? I mean, that's the real question, but I think it's probably time for the most part.
Yeah. And on that extension as well, Jamaal, he would have signed that before they blew everything up at the trade deadline. So maybe he didn't see that coming. And it was outside of that he was signing up for and not what we have now.
And that's what I think. Like, it has to be one of those situations where, like, over this past off season, because they were kind of going in that direction, right? It was clear that they were retooling, youth movement, whatever you want to call it, right? But then the real step back was at the trade deadline, and it sounds like he maybe wasn't aligned to that, and that's why there's this change in messaging, this change in his overall decision making and how he wants to approach his future.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Do you the other a couple other things were just how you does any of this basketball in March move you? I know that the popular saying out here is that it's March basketball and everything, but I mean, if you like, does anything that Leonard Miller is doing does that move you? Are you still out on Rob Dillingham? Just pretty much those two guys. Like, where do you stand with Rob Dillingham and Leonard Miller?
I mean, March basketball is March basketball. I mean, March basketball is still basketball, in my opinion, right? It's still regular season basketball. I still think, yeah, sure, there are times where you're going to going up against teams that maybe aren't full strength, that maybe aren't trying their hardest. But the game, Houston was trying to win that game. You know what I mean? Like, the game against who did they play recently that they won? I guess the Warriors. I mean, they're struggling, but they're playing certain teams, even in losses, that are in fact trying to win. And the stuff that Leonard Miller is doing, to me, is impressive. Initially, I wanted to see sort of a larger sample size to see whether or not, is this kid actually going to be something that the Bulls can work with for the future? I see something there. You can call it March basketball, you can call it, watered down talent, but he, a player at his age, that has shown he can be a rotational player. I don't think he's going to be a star by any means, but something that the Bulls can work with, and I do think that they should do what they can to try to get ahead of his contract situation, right? They have that team option for next year. I think it probably makes more sense to decline that and trying to sign him up for a long-term deal, cheap, while, his value, at least at this point in time, is still relatively low, and see what you can work with out of him. Rob Dillingham, he's just small, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's a good player. He's talented. He's got great ball handling skills, and he's super fast. But I just worry about just his general size and level of physicality in the NBA.
Little.
That's my only thing. But it's still early.
Yes, I agree.
So I won't. I've been saying, like, oh, I'm out on Rob Dillingham, but I say that kind of with through tongue in cheek. Like, I do think that the Bulls should give him the opportunity, which they have been, right, to see what he could potentially bring. But I'm not quite sold on Rob Dillingham just yet. What do you guys think?
I think there's a good chance he will be back, more so than a lot of the other players that are on the roster right now.
Sure, he'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just too much of a financial like lack of liability by taking him on, and a potential of maybe finding something in him. And he just needs to prove a lot more for me before I start to believe in him. I think his passing and his speed. His pace and passing are the two things that have impressed me the most, more so than anything else. He just really needs to learn how to slow the game down to go at the same pace that he wants to play at. Because I just feel like, and I've said this previously, he can go at 100 miles an hour, but the game is still moving at 102 for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking? We'll go Troy. Troy, what do you think?
Neil just hit it on the head. Like, the game is mentally, he hasn't slowed down for Rob Dillingham yet. Like, he's going at 100, but in his head, the game's going at 110, 120, where he needs to just slow down. But I don't know, he's going to be here next season. I don't particularly care for him to be here next season. But if he's here, then so be it. As long as maybe he's like the third guy off the bench. I mean, I got no feelings towards Dildo Baggins, as Hayes dubbed him.
Yeah, man. The dildo Baggins will live on forever. Guilty. What are your overall thoughts on Dillingham and Miller?
Yeah, as far as Dillingham goes, I think there is a world where he definitely he could become just, I don't want to say a quality role player, but no, I do think he could be a good role player and a good backup point guard, or even, by his 6th year, if he's getting more minutes. I think it just all comes down to him. I think if he puts on just some muscle, because like Jamaal said, like, he's just very tiny, he's very frail, and it looks like he kind of hurts him to shoot the basketball. So, like, he's pushing up my little nephew.
It's too heavy for him.
So yeah, man, he's like so like, but he has good intentions out there on the court, and even when you guys said like the game is moving too fast for him, I think it's one of those things where that just comes with like the reps and being on the floor more. So the more he's out there, I think that it'll slow down for him. That comes with just like being in the same situation over and over. I mean, he said it himself. He said he felt like this was going to be a good chance for him to get his confidence back, because he felt like he lost all his confidence in Minnesota, and he felt like this was really his rookie year coming over here. So I think he's just really, excited when he's out there, and he wants to do a million things at once, kind of how Dalen Terry was, except he's got a lot more skill than Dalen Terry. So I think like that his mistakes come from him trying to do a million things at once to prove his value. So once he's getting more minutes and just opportunity to go out there and play, and he gets more comfortable, I think he'll be a lot better, man. I think he'll be a good backup point guard, especially if he works on making that 3 more legitimate, where he's a legitimate catch and shoot threat, and then working on just, throwing the rock at the right times. I think he'll be a good backup point guard, or maybe even a starter for a different team down the line. And as far as Leonard Miller, again, I love everything I see from that dude, man. I think March basketball or not, like, what he's showing is always gonna show up no matter what time of the season it is, because he's just out there hustling. That's all Leonard Miller's doing. He's not out there, and like doing fluky shit or dropping 30 points. No, he's just going out there and hustling, and that's going to show up no matter what time of the year it is. So I just think I really do like what I'm seeing from him, and it's what we've all been wanting to see from goddamn P. Will for 6 years now. Just some ambition, man. Like just getting out there and some initiative. So it's good to see him cutting constantly, or constantly like on the glass. He even follows his own shots a lot. Like he'll miss a shot and he'll shoot it out crazy. Yeah, but then he's the first one to grab his own damn rebound, dude. He plays like he's still in March Madness, which I love. Like I was watching the Illinois game the other night. Leonard Miller plays with a March Madness energy. So I'm excited for him. I think if he works on his shot more, and he has a legitimate shot going into the next season, like, you have a good rotation player on your hands with him. So I don't know. I was pissed off about the IO trade at first. We're getting back fucking Leonard Miller and Dildo Baggins, but I don't know, man. It's if we're patient and we see it through, we might have something there with those. Well, at least some solid rotation players at the very least.
Yeah. I'm not sure if
That's
Jamaal.
the thing I love about Leonard Miller.
The hustle.
Yeah, it's the energy that he brings, right? Like he might not be the most talented player out there, right? But he plays hard. He hustles when he's out there, man. That's what, like you mentioned, we wanted to see from Patrick Williams, and in his 6 years where he's been there, he's just never been that guy. He's like, it's always just kind of like, okay, like the effort isn't there. At least with Leonard Miller, like I would probably say that Patrick Williams, from a like at least talent perspective, at potential, is probably more than Leonard Miller, but Leonard Miller tries.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? And like he puts in the effort. Like that's all I want to see from guys that are.
No, I agree, Jamaal. That's the biggest thing with P. Will, like what you said about the talent. Like I know that's one of Phil's things. Like that's like the whole city's problem with him, is that he's clearly talented. That's why we get so upset, because like, dude, you're good at basketball. What the hell's wrong with you? Like, why do we have to tell you that you're good at basketball? Like, you're good. Like his midi when he would shoot it when he first came here was nasty. He had the little one-hand push-off shot. like you got the size, like you're fucking good at basketball, but it's like you don't want to be good at basketball. It's kind of like he self-sabotages, like he doesn't want to be out there, and he's got his money, and he's like, man, you know what, fucking man, like. He's like, Billy's like, yo, Pat, you want to come? And he goes, not really. He goes, well, get the hell in there. You know, but like Leonard Miller wants to be in there. So it's a nice change of pace, man. But
P. Will needs to put down the P. Diddy or baby oil, because that dude can't catch the ball for love nor money. He has the worst butterfingers for a guy that has shovels for hands, yet he can't seem to hold on to the ball.
You'd also think he wears a size 20 shoe because that dude steps on the out of bounds line every single time.
Yeah.
Time.
They need to shave the heels off of all of his sneakers.
Dude.
But it's go on.
So, this will be a quick one. As we've all known with Patrick, all it is, it's here and it's here. He's got the physical talent.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the mentality. He
worse.
doesn't have the heart.
Yeah. And that's what makes it so frustrating.
Javonte Green outplayed him. Like Javonte Green came here and took your minutes. You know, it's
for sure.
We lose Jamaal again.
See, fucking P. Will just killed Jamaal. Damn it.
Yeah, there you go. At least he killed something. But he needs. It's got to the point now. P. Will, and I said this in my short yesterday. I'm done with P. Will. I have been for a while, but now, like, seeing how badly he's played again this week, and he's been getting more extensive minutes due to injuries and due to it being this part of the season. Yeah, but it is time now, not only for P. Will to sit himself down on the pine, but he needs to slide himself all the way to the left. Yeah, keep scooching all the way. That's it. Yep, that's it. Past Yuki. Yep, there you go. Sit your ass there. Don't fucking move. That's what we
Jamaal.
need.
That's Dildo Baggins.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up for Jamaal in case he wasn't aware of what Hayes made of him. Hayes made this when we were on our show last week, and
I saw some of the tweets behind it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you've seen it.
My bad.
Look at those feet, man. Jesus Christ.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, man. Overall, by the way, are you good, Jamaal? Man, we thought P. Will took you out, dude. For the first time in his career, we thought that he locked someone down.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't think P. Will knows how to do that to anybody.
Oh man.
Yeah. No. But I damn it. I had something else. What was it? I believe, man. Oh yeah, I also wanted to get your opinion, man, on Colin Sexton. We were talking about him right when you popped in, and it was his minutes. Has it offended you that Colin Sexton is getting minutes? Does it bother you that his minutes sometimes come into me, and because he plays, we win games at times, which is very rare, but still. How do you feel about it?
I don't know, man. Like, I struggle to just kind of understand what the whole point and kind of all this is sometimes when it comes to the Bulls' decision making and rationale. I like Colin Sexton. I think he's a fine player. I love that he has heart and passion. So I like that about him. Like I said, I want players on my team that play with a sense of heart and passion. That's what I loved about Joakim Noah. That's what I loved about Caruso, Taj Gibson, and so on. But like, I like that he plays hard. I like that he's a good player. If he helps the Bulls win, if he helps at least get Modest and Giddey in positions to where they can develop, great. You know what I mean? Like the other game against Houston, everyone likes to harp on, well, he went off in the first quarter, and that's why the Bulls, got this big lead, and then they blew the big lead, and then they ended up winning the game, and had Sexton not play, they probably would have lost that game. It's like, man, if even something like Sexton is putting Modest and Josh Giddey in a position where they're getting these late game type reps against good teams, whatever. I'm fine with it. If they had lost that game, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I hate about this season and how it's transpiring, is it's like, you kind of can't win either way. They win games, you get excited, but then it's like, well, that sucks for lottery positioning. And, then they lose, and it's like, but I still want my team to win. So I don't know, man. This has been a tough end of the year. I'll say that for the most part. It's no knock on Colin Sexton. I like that he plays with passion.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, man. I'm pretty much in the same boat. I do want to say that like the wins are so infrequent and we're so locked into our our position. I understand that we could actually fall from 9th to 10th, and that's not ideal. It's just tough. It's not like Colin Sexton's games where he's gone off and we've won. It's usually been also because Giddey and Matas have also played very well.
Yeah.
And so I just struggle. It's like I was telling the guys, it's like they want Billy Donovan to be in on the tank too. And I don't think that's really – I don't think you can ask that of players and coaches. I think the minute you got coaches out there tanking as well, like – I don't know. Do you guys think that the coaches are in on the tanks around the league?
Players and coaches always play to win. I mean, unless there's a specific mandate from ownership or the front office that says, you coach, we need to lose games, so do what you need to do. Kind of like what Will Hardy taking some of his best players out in the fourth quarter, and I don't think that's happening with Chicago. And so if that's not happening, they're going to try to win.
Plus, if that ever came out, the fine would be huge.
Right.
And I don't think, unless a coach is basically threatened to lose his job, is he going to coach to lose games? Like, you restrict the minutes, and you don't play this guy and that guy, or whatever the case is. If you do, you're done. Like, remember going back to when Jordan was coming back from his broken foot back in 86, 85, or might have been 85. And the coach was threatened, like, if you play him 1 second more than his minutes restriction, you're done. So unless that's happening, like, coaches are never going to be on a tank.
Agreed. Yeah, man. My bad. I didn't know that was going to pop in right there. I was going to lead it in, but that was lazy Patrick Williams. That was for anyone that
just looked like regular Patrick Williams.
That's actually an improvement.
It kind of
looks more like DeMar.
I was gonna say it looks like a cross between DeMar and kind of like Kenny Beecham, to be honest.
I definitely said Chicago Bulls.
Kenny Beecham watching the pod at home.
It looks like it's like DeMar and Kenny Beecham. Yeah, it doesn't look like Patrick Williams.
I see it.
I definitely said make me an image of Chicago Bulls forward Patrick Williams being completely lazy in the most lazy clothing possible. But yeah, that doesn't really look. They actually is more of more passion, like more anger on his face than I've ever seen in my life. So
he's too animated.
Yeah, too animated. But I think that about wraps us up, my friends. Jamaal, I hate to have you on for such a short time, but we have been here for almost an hour and a half, so we are going to get wrapped up. But we hope we can have you on soon for. Even if it's just for this kind of amount of time, man, we really appreciate you jumping on with us. We love having you. So,
for sure.
Oh, did we lose
him again? P. Will fucking killed him again. You got to be fucking. I'm telling you, it's a P. Will curse.
Lazy P. Will did it.
Lazy P. Will, man. I'm sorry.
Look what you fucking did to Jamaal, P. Will.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Well, I think I can speak
before we wrap it up. Before the starters are out, Giddey, Trey Jones, Isaac Okoro, Martis, and Yaba Saleh.
Okay. So who's playing the five? Trey Jones?
Damn near. Billy.
They should just start playing. Start Ulrich. Just
Billy, we'll fuck around. And
at this stage, why not?
We'll fuck around. The Bulls always win the impossible ones. So we'll look up and we'll fuck around and somehow get this W.
Caruso's out, isn't he? Isn't he suspended or something?
Oh, he got suspended. Oh, because of the shoe thing.
Because of the shoe thing, he's on suspension.
That's crazy,
isn't he? Right?
To suspend a player over a fucking trying to play defense with a shoe is Caruso. Like, no, you're on. Caruso would play like defense if he was amputated. You know what I mean? Like, you can't suspend Caruso for that.
He'd nearly rip his own arm off so that he could hit somebody with it. Like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not the guy you suspend for that play.
No.
What? Hey, I've missed this. What happened with Caruso?
His shoe came off, and he used his shoe to try and block the ball. He picked it up and tried to block the ball with his shoe.
That's so.
He did block the ball. He hit the ball with his shoe.
Well, yeah, he did. You're right. He did. Yeah.
What a good.
That is gold.
Jamaal,
no, I think he still made the shot, right? But he hit the ball with his shoe.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw it on Twitter. him fucking hitting the ball with a shoe. I just kept scrolling. I said that sounds about right for AC.
But
We're gonna say this.
I
The ghost of Jamaal is here.
yeah, the ghost.
Ghost of Bull Central, Chicago Ghost Central.
Yeah.
The electricity ran out.
Jesus.
Damn, dude. Well, Jamaal, you're still like we still appreciate you jumping on big time.
Big time. Big
And
time.
yeah,
I
this
just
is an
saw that
awesome
clip of Caruso. That is wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is an awesome episode of Bulls Without Borders, though, man. We had, I mean, seven hosts in total. I think we got some good conversation in, and we'll be back
good for
next
my
Friday as
ADHD.
always. Oh, he's trying again.
Back. Come on.
I want him to be able to
Come
sign
on,
off
Jamaal.
at least.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
You can
Jamaal.
do it. You could do it.
Jamal.
Look at that.
Come
Jamal's trying to get into the show harder than people are trying on the court.
Yeah, man. This is
That's
more
a
effort.
fact.
It's more effort than we've ever seen from Patrick Williams.
People
Giving it
just
more than
say,
one try
"Oh,
at
no,
least."
I guess I just can't come back on the show. Fucking Eeyore ass.
He really is Eeyore, dude.
Okay, I'll go
Okay.
sit down.
He,
I don't even want to play basketball anymore. Why don't we all just watch together?
I don't
think-
even like this
cool.
game.
And just another quick one before we head off as well. I know obviously today might be a good day for Portland because they who they got again? They got Dallas, Pacers, and Clippers going on at the moment. Now Portland's in a bit of a spot there with the Clippers. Pacers 42, Clippers 21.
Wow.
That's that in the second quarter.
I think it's at the start. Yeah, it's just the start of the second quarter.
Okay,
So 42 to 21.
long way to go.
Long. Yeah, hey, 21-point
long way
lead in
to
this
go.
league is nothing anymore. But hey,
Nope.
Yeah.
Pacers can just hold on, and Portland gets a dub. You know, they will move back up into the 8th spot in the Western Conference.
We need that.
Facts.
Yeah.
By the
If we
way-
could convey that pick, it would be a lot. It really would.
And as Rob pointed out as well, Portland has the Clippers twice before the end of the season. So, hey, some big games coming up for Portland. So
Yeah.
get those
we should all-
wins. Give us that pick.
We should all be rooting for Portland because, yeah, man, it'd be big time. We'll be doing a draft-centric episode here coming up soon where we talk about all the prospects that the Bulls would be looking at. And and it's relevant to – I know a lot of people think that we don't have – if we don't jump into the top 4, we're screwed. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, we all want, a top 4 pick. But Montas Puzelis, I'd like to remind people, was drafted 11th overall, and if they redrafted today, he'd go number 1 in his draft class, and I don't think it's
Yep.
particularly close. So maybe Steven Castle, you can make an argument if you need a point guard instead of a forward, but other than that, he's clear and far away the best player in his draft class already. It's year 2. So, don't hang your heads too quickly, Bulls fans. There's still some hope here. I know it might not be much, but what are sports without holding on to just a little bit of hope? So
The fact of the matter is, Phil, and it's alluding to what you were just saying, is you can get lucky in the draft at any point, and not just in the first round or the lottery. You can get lucky in the draft all the way through the second round as well, and pull out an absolute gem of a player, an absolute gem. It's all about scouting well, drafting well, and a whole heap of luck.
yeah, man. Absolutely. I mean, Jalen Brunson, 2nd-round pick. Nikola Jokic, 2nd-round pick. Ayo Dosunmu, 2nd-round pick. There's
There you go.
2nd-round picks from last year's draft that are contributing this year. The Hornets are winning, and they've been a big piece of that has been their Ryan Kalkbrenner, who came in the 2nd round for them. It's people make all the jokes about the 2nd rounders, and I get it, man, because we all would have liked to have a 1st or 2 instead of all the 2nds. But who knows, man? Who knows? What if we end up getting a star with one of those 2nd round picks? And just go for the ride, man. Just go for the ride. It doesn't always have to be so bad. It could be worse. We could be the Wizards.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Or the
just traded
Kings.
for Trae Young and got Anthony Davis, and they still suck, big time balls. And yeah, the Kings too, man. I mean, geez, the Kings are just trying to run back what we did with even worse rosters.
Well, the players are even older.
Yeah, I mean, what in the hell? Domantas Sabonis needs to get out of there. I'll take him. Gladly
Yeah.
would love to meet some Sabonis in Chicago. We'll take your sloppy seconds, but yeah, we'll take Sabonis though, not the other players on your team.
You'll take some bonus in Chicago?
Sloppy seconds, Sabonis.
Sorry, I misheard you there.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Some marinara bonus, you know.
What you guys? All right, I'm logging off. My co-host has gone off the rails.
All right.
No,
Guess that does it for us, and we go get ready for this game.
Yep.
Yes.
Go Bulls,
Oh yeah,
I
we've
guess.
got a game to watch.
Yeah, go Bulls, I guess. Even though we're probably gonna get stomped. So, everybody have a great night. Even if the Bulls get stomped, it's all good. Let's hope for a good Buzelis and Giddey game.
Yeah, for sure.
Cheers, everybody.